Hi everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to set up Scala IDE in our local machines for Spark development. So first thing what we need is to install JDK 8, or you can use 11, but I will suggest like use JDK 8, that will be better. And then we are going to install a Scala IDE, or if you want you can use any other Eclipse version, but a little bit research is required because Scala IDE is not compatible with all the version of Eclipse. So do a little bit research. If you are not going with a Scala IDE, and just find out like which Eclipse version will work with Scala. Then next we are going to set up Winutils, which is required for Windows machines if you are going to execute the Spark jobs. And then finally we are going to see how we can configure the form file. So let's first search for a Scala ID. So Scala ID, and over here you can see this particular site where it is scala-id.org. It's going to open this one, and over here we have this option to download Scala ID. Now you can choose the installer as per your machine configurations, and it will automatically suggest as per your machine. So for me, I'm using Windows, so it's showing Windows 64-bit to download. And then over here you can see the requirement is JDK 8. So let me right click and open this one. So we need to install JDK 8, and uh, for this one, if you don't have the Oracle account, maybe you need to sign up, and then only you can download this JDK. Once you will complete this JDK installation, that time you can verify if installation has been successfully done or not using command prompt. So over here, let me clear these things. If I will write Java C version, you'll get I have installed JDK 8 over here. So you'll get this kind of output once JDK has been installed successfully. Going back to the Scala ID site, over here you can download and install in your machines, and that way you will get Scala ID in your machine. Third step is to set up Winutils in our machine if we are using Windows. So let's see how we can do it. Go to C drive and then create one folder called Hadoop, and inside that create one more folder called bin, and over here you have to download and paste Winutils.exe file. Now the question is from where we will get this file. Now we have to search 64-bit winutils.exe. You can say download, and over here you will get couple of git repository. Let me go into this one, and over here you can, let's say I'm using Hadoop 2.6. I will get winutil over here, so just download it and paste it into that C drive folder. Now we have to edit system environment variable. For that, open these options and click on environment variable. After that, you will find user interface like this. There you have to add Hadoop home and give the C drive location of Hadoop. After that, there will be one path. Just select this one and click on edit. After that, you need to add this path over here. Now the fourth point is how to set up a form file. Let's look into that. So over here I have already one project, and if you open this form.xml, let me close, and if I go to the form.xml over here, you can see all the dependency we have to keep inside is dependencies. So the question is like, from where we'll get these details. So I'll go to Google and just search Maven Spark repository. And over here, the first one, which is Maven repository, I'll open this. I'll get all the artifactory over here. Let's say I want um, Spark project core package. I can go inside it, and then you will find all the versions available over here. Say if I'm using 3.3, just open it, and I can copy this Maven dependency from here. Now the point what you need to remember, see, each of these Spark version is dependent on some of the Scala version. So if you are using a Scala and Spark, make sure you are taking proper versions. If in my application we are using say 3.2.1 and Scala version is 2.12, so accordingly you take the Maven dependencies from here. Once you got that one, you simply need to paste it over here, or anywhere in between these dependencies you can paste. Let's say you are working in a virtual machines and you do not have open internet. That time you have to take care of the network setups, and maybe if you have different artifactory where I'm not going to download it from Google, maybe from some other artifactory, these two setup you have to do. So for network settings, go to Windows, then Preference, and over here you have to open Generals, and then go to Network Connections, and maybe depending on the setup, if I have to use custom proxy, I need to use manual. This will automatically select all these options. Over here you need to provide host and port informations, and depending on the configuration you might need to use the authentications. So that is one part, and then similarly host information you have to add over here. Add host, and whatever the host information, just provide it over here. This is one setup. And then if you go to Maven over here, go to Maven, and then you can see it's taking the setting files. By default it takes the setting file from here. So you need to change your Maven setups. You are using any custom repository.